Hey everyone, it's Amanda with My Life, My Way. Ooh, how you guys doing? I'm gonna wait till the 2-minute mark again before I start actually talking about what's going on, just in case, while we're waiting for people to come on. So if you're watching this a little bit later, feel free to skip to the 2-minute mark. I promise not to talk about anything important until then. But until the 2-minute mark, hi guys. How's everybody doing today? Hi Rebecca. Oh man, it looks beautiful outside, and it is only slightly above freezing. Hi from Dublin. Wow, and Belgium. Jeez. And my sister-in-law. Hi guys. Yeah, I know. Well, it's not a jacket, it's just a sweater. But yeah, I'm wearing one today. Holy cow, from Kuwait. Jeez. United States. Glad you guys caught me live. Some more of my metal family. Hi guys. This is my metal sweater. Oh man. In England, okay, I'm a little bit jealous about Disneyland. Sort of. Like, I don't like lines, so maybe not super jealous. But it sounds warmer than here. Hi, Brittany. So yeah, I was gonna wait till the 2-minute mark, just in case, for like everybody to kind of get here. And that way, if you guys watch me later, then all you gotta do is just skip to the 2-minute mark. You don't have to listen to all of this stuff of just me just saying hi to random people. But yeah, it's only 3 degrees out, so it's only just above freezing. So it looks beautiful. Like, the sun's in the sky. You can see through my sunroof probably. Actually, we got like blue skies, a little bit of clouds going on. It's beautiful out. Just above freezing. Gotta love Canada. So like this last week, I've woken up to snow every morning. Like when I let my dog out at, I don't know, usually once out about 4 or 5 in the morning when I get up for like a middle of the night bathroom break, there's snow on the ground every day for the last 3 or 4 days. And then by the time I get up at like 11 o'clock in the morning, it's obviously 1 o'clock now, but it looks like this outside and it's beautiful. I'm not sure what drugs Mother Nature's taking right now, but you know, oh man. So anyways, so what's been going on? So the last time I talked to you guys, I was headed into the emergency department. So, super frustrating. The reason I went to the emergency department is because I started having pain in my abdomen that's sort of like suprapubic, means just above your pubic bone, like under, like below the level of your belly button, kind of like right in the middle of the line there. And I went and saw my family doctor, and he was saying that I was also running a fever at 37.7. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's concerning, because that could mean an infection. And I'm on immunosuppressive drugs. I have something called ankylosing spondylitis, for those of you guys that didn't know. And I take a medication called Humira. And it kind of like keeps my own immune system under wraps because my body is constantly fighting itself. That's what form of arthritis I have. So getting infections can be more dangerous for me. Not that infections are great for anybody. They can just be more, like, I'm at more risk of going septic and things like that. So, okay. All right, pack up. Let's go. And when I was talking to you guys, I thought it was like 5 degrees out is all that read on my truck. 5 degrees Celsius is like only 2 degrees warmer than it is right now. And I thought it was really weird. Like, I wasn't in a sweater and I was feeling kind of warm. I got out of the truck and realized that it actually was 12 degrees outside, which is way, way different. It was just that cold inside of the parkade where I was at. 37.7 in Fahrenheit. I actually don't know, by the way. Hi from Scotland. I know 98.6 is normal. 37.7 is like a degree above normal. So it'd be like probably close to 100. Like, not, hey, there we go. 99.86. Hey, see, there's my math. Close to 100. I'm not that far off. So like not super high, but high enough. And that it's concerning anyway. So I went to the hospital. I got there about 3 o'clock, I think is when I talked to you guys. Oh man. So I sat there till 9:30 when I finally got into a room to see a doctor. And there was 2 things that I was going to need. I was going to need blood work and I was going to need an ultrasound. I knew that going in. The ultrasound techs went home at 8 o'clock. And they don't call them in unless it's an emergency, which I didn't really count as. Because I didn't look septic. I didn't look like I was dying. I didn't look like anything. And the hospital said I wasn't running a fever. Which is the only reason I was there in the first place. Oh my god. So the poor doctor, he felt super bad about it because he can't help that I wasn't brought in earlier. The nurses can't help that there wasn't an OB OB-G bed to put me into in the first place. It's just our healthcare system kind of sucks a little once in a while. So the bonus part of it being free is that it kind of sucks. So they did the best that they could. This poor doctor felt really bad though. He's like, here's the deal. I'm going to bring you back tomorrow with a requisition for an ultrasound. So you just come in, do the ultrasound, and then wait to get seen with the results of the ultrasound, and then that's it. And I got to do blood work for you tonight and urine sample for you tonight. And then those results will be here tomorrow. He said, I'll even call you at home if you want to know the results. Which I thought was actually pretty cool. So I did the blood work. Oh my God, guys, it was how many nurses does it take to get a blood sample out of Mandy today? Oh man, like guys, I'm such a crappy stick to start with. And I'm smothered in bruises from the D&C from when the anesthetist needed to grab a sample of my own DNA because they were genetically testing the baby, right? So they got to know who's who for the parents. So he took me, and then whatever's not me is obviously going to be leftovers for my husband. So I am smothered. I have 4 bruises from the anesthetist, plus 2 places where they actually did IVs. So the poor nurses didn't really have a lot of places to go. So the first nurse tried. She got like a tube filled, but they needed 2 bottles, or she got 1 bottle filled. But they need 2 bottles and like 8 tubes filled of blood. Because they were checking everything. My white blood cell count, my HCG, my progesterone. There was a number of things on there. Like everything. Everything I could think of, they pretty much checked the box for. A buddy of mine came downstairs. He's a nurse up in NICU. And he was being super helpful. Helping getting like the tubes and stuff done and that kind of thing. Because he also does tubes and blood draws and that kind of thing. He also kind of laughed when he realized how much blood they were going to take. Because he works at NICU. So they take like 1 ml and run all the tests off of that. And they took like a half a pint from me the other day. So anyways, and then they couldn't get it to stick. And after that 1 tube, they lost patency. We could get the blood draw back. Like it was done. It was gone. We don't know where it went to. So I brought over another nurse who was actually a clinical educator. It took her and my buddy and the original nurse. All 3 of them had to like have hands in to hold it at like the right angle so that it would keep bleeding. Oh, it was super sticky. I was dehydrated. That's not helping any. So yeah, just like total nuts. They got it though. They got it. They got everything they needed. And I got sent home. And I got a phone call just as I was crawling into bed. It was just about lights out. I got a phone call from the doctor himself, which is really cool. He phoned and said, I just wanted to let you know your white blood cell count is 12, which is completely normal. Like when my sister got taken in from a kidney infection, her numbers were 30,000 if you want like a comparison. And that was a pretty nasty infection. So my numbers are 12, which means that I have white blood cells, which is a good start, but I don't have an overabundance of white blood cells, which would indicate some sort of infection somewhere in my body. Perfect. Okay, I can deal with that. Not a big deal. And then I went back the next morning. I got the ultrasound done. I was a little late getting into the ultrasound, but whatever. They had a student in the ultrasound room. No big deal. I also had to get an internal pelvic exam done with the ultrasound, which is not something they do on a regular basis. So I told the girl, I was like, you know what? You're new. This isn't a thing you're going to get a chance to do very often, especially on somebody like me who's super comfortable with it. Like, I have internal ultrasounds, I don't know how many times now, between the fertility treatments and the other 2 losses. Like, you sort of just get used to it. And it's not really uncomfortable for anybody that hasn't had an internal ultrasound done. It's a little weird, but it's not uncomfortable. Like, it doesn't hurt. It's not awful. So I told her just to do what she needed to do. I told her if she pushes too hard or moves in a weird way, I'll let her know if it hurts so she can pull back. So not a big deal. So she took the time that she needed to get the pictures that she needed. We had a good couple of laughs, and then we moved on from it. The ultrasound, I found out hours later. It took a long time to get back in to see a doctor again. Found out that there is retained product. So that's what's causing the pain right now. Yeah. So there's not a lot of retained product. Like the first miscarriage, if you guys remember from like way back, or if you weren't with me with the first miscarriage, they'd given me pills to have to get everything moving, and then it kind of stopped. And by the time I went and had an ultrasound done, because I was pretty sure there was stuff left, it was like 7 weeks later. It was a whole rigmarole. But anyways, by the time I got there, my uterus was 9 centimeters across. There was 58 grams of stuff still left in my uterus. It was disgusting. This time around, there's not any near that level of stuff left over. It's just what little is left over from the D&C because my body kind of like clamped itself shut and wouldn't let anything else go. So I got a phone call from my OBG on my way home, which is actually also really cool. She phoned me after hours from when she was done at work and said, okay, so here's my concern. She doesn't want to do another D&C, and I'm totally on board with that because another D&C increases the risk of something called Asherman syndrome. And if you've never heard of that before, somebody actually mentioned it a little while back on one of my things asking if it was something I checked into. But Asherman syndrome is caused by multiple D&Cs, things like that. And what happens is the body builds like adhesions or like scar tissue that kind of like sucks one side of the uterus to the other, and they end up like sticking together. That's what an adhesion is. And it can cause problems with recurrent miscarriage, which is one of the reasons somebody brought it up for me. It can cause infertility issues in the first place, things like that. It isn't what I have. I've had it checked, but having multiple D&Cs this time around could cause Asherman syndrome in the future. So neither one of us wanted to do that. We have two other alternatives. We can kind of wait and see if my body will eventually let go of what little it's holding on to, or we can take medication that's like a suppository into your vagina up near your cervix, and it causes your cervix to kind of open and allows that stuff to kind of like make its way out. It also causes like uterine cramping and things like that to kind of help everything make its way out of your body. I'm super sorry. I'm like super sniffly today. So right now we're going to give it a week. I'm going to go back and get a blood draw done, and then we'll kind of see how everything's going. But if I haven't started past everything within a week, we're going to try the medication and see if the medication will move everything out of there without having to do another D&C, because I really don't want to do another one. I already have enough problems. We don't need to add Asherman syndrome to this problem. So that's kind of where we're at right now, in that there's retained product. We're going to wait and see, and then try drugs in a week if we need to. And then we'll kind of go from there. So I'm going to go do blood work today. I got to do blood work again on Monday. And if by Tuesday nothing started kind of moving around, then we'll start looking at trying to get on the medication. So yeah, good times. So that's kind of my plan. That's kind of where we're at. I spent a total of 17 hours in Emerge. That sucked. It was like a rotating door of EMS people coming to visit me. It was hilariously funny. Especially that first day. That second day was pretty quiet, but that first day was pretty funny. When the first thing I got there, like a good friend of mine was in the ambulance bay, so I checked in and we hung out for a little while out there. And then another friend came out. He actually sat with me. He brought me coffee for a while. We sat and hung out for a bit. Oh man, I love being part of my EMS family. They're pretty amazing people. So they kept me busy for most of that first day while I was sitting there bored out of my mind and wondering what was going on. So day 2 wasn't so bad. At least I knew it wasn't an infection. You can kind of move forward from there, right? So my HCG numbers, by the way, from that first blood draw are at 1740. So they're definitely still elevated, which makes sense if there's stuff that's still there. Hi. So that's kind of where we're at. We're just kind of like in a holding pattern for right now. So we're kind of going to wait and see. I got home yesterday. Or I spent yesterday at home. Not I got home yesterday, but I spent yesterday at home. And I basically decided I was going to spring clean my house yesterday. So it's looking a lot cleaner than it used to be. And I'm actually parked at the grocery store today because I ran out of some cleaning supplies. And at 9 o'clock at night, I wasn't willing to put on pants to go get cleaning supplies. So I just called that a night at 9 o'clock last night. So I'm going to go pick up some more cleaning supplies, get the rest of my house cleaned up. I don't know if I'm going to bother with my floors yet. It still gets snow every night. And I have a 110-pound dog that tracks in mud. So I don't know if I'm going to worry about it too much, but everything else will get cleaned up anyways. So I actually got to like taking all the pictures off the walls and dusting underneath like on the mantle and everything else. So it's been good times. It's been a very productive day for me yesterday. So we're going to repeat said process. And then I found a guy on the internet. He was selling Bannock. And if you guys don't know what Bannock is the Indigenous peoples of Canada. It's like their bread. And it's amazing stuff. If you've never had an opportunity to eat it, go find it. If you find it by somebody that makes it really well, it is delicious bread. I don't make it because I don't have that level of skill. But this guy put up a thing saying he was teaching his kids like responsibility, and he's teaching them how to cook the bannock because it's a recipe that's passed down from him from his cookum, which is the Cree word for grandmother. And a lot of Indigenous peoples in Alberta are Cree or Korean background. So it was a huge surprise for me. But yeah, so he learned it from his grandmother. He was passing it down to his kids and like how to, handle money and be responsible with money and that kind of stuff is kind of a project. I think they're 10, 12 maybe, based on the picture he had up with them holding the bannock. So I'm going to go pick some up from them tonight because there is nothing better than having bannock in soup to make you feel better. And I'm super stoked. I haven't had bannock in it's probably been 2 years now because you got to find somebody that makes it. And I don't have those level of friends. I don't know why I don't have those level of friends. Speaking of, if you're a friend of mine, you know where I live and you make bannock, every time you make it, you should phone me. I love the stuff. So anyway, so I'm going to go pick that up tonight. It should be good. Super excited about it. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to wait it out. I'll keep you guys posted. I have no idea at bannock tacos. What? Bannock is a soft wrap, hey? I'll keep you guys posted. I don't know when the genetic results are supposed to come back in from the testing they did on this baby and this embryo. You can't really call it a baby. It was like embryonic tissue. Whatever. So yeah, I don't know when that's going to come in, but I will definitely keep you guys posted. And I'll let you know what the results of that are. Hopefully they're at least indicative of what's going on so we can kind of figure out a new plan and go forward from here so that we can, get pregnant and stay there instead of do this loss after loss after loss after loss that we've been doing because it's starting to drive me nuts. So that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to let you guys go. If you guys have any questions, just pop them up. And other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Okay. Just going to wait and see if anybody has any questions for me today. I'm sitting here with my super large coffee this afternoon. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you very much for the thoughts and the prayers. I appreciate them. And I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.